Hey everyone, Steve again, You Can Cook It. So tonight I'm going to make myself one of my favorite salads. It's a tomato avocado salad. I've got the tomatoes cut up. You need roughly the same proportions of tomato avocado. I like a little less tomato in mine to the avocado, and I have one large Hass avocado. I've got my tomato chopped up already because you've seen me chop tomato. I've got a clove of garlic, a lemon or a lime. In this case I got a nice punchy lime, and we go to work. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up my avocado. Now the best way to peel an avocado, the easiest way, is to basically cut it in a circle, cut on, go about 90 degrees off, cut it again, and then that way you get 4/4 out of this thing. So the way it works is, start out, put it on your cutting board, go all the way around. Now a lot of people have the urge to split it open and work like that. You can if you want, but if you're not so sure about yourself, you may want to cut it again. Just again, turn it 90 degrees. Cut it again in the same exact fashion as you just did. Now when I split it open, it comes off in quarters for one. This guy will pop right out like that. And then for this last, just give it a knife a little tap. Just be careful, you don't want to cut yourself. Or you can just dig it out with your fingers if you have really dexterous fingers. Okay, so now go ahead and peel the avocado out. So we'll just put that over here. And it should pop right out of the skin pretty good, unless it's a really old avocado and the skins don't like to peel out. This is a perfectly ripe avocado. It's nice and soft and tender, but it's not going to completely fall apart. Unless you're making a guacamole, then that's the case. You want something that may be a little softer than this. But I really like the big chunky avocado in this dish. Alright, so now that I have the avocado out, I want the avocado chunks to be roughly the size of the tomatoes. So you can see the size of the tomato. I want them to be roughly equal. And for that, lay it on one of the flat sides, cut it again in half, and chop. Put it into my bowl. This one. You didn't see that? All right. Now once you get all the avocado chopped, put it into the bowl. You do the same for the tomatoes, throw this one on top. Next is 1 clove of garlic. If you really like garlic, you can put 2 in there. I don't recommend it. 1 clove is plenty enough for this. Dice it up really, really small and fine. You can use garlic powder. Again, garlic powder has a different flavor altogether. So be very careful with the garlic powder. If I do this with fresh garlic, I have a sister that can eat it. She can be a little finicky considering how big a pig she is. But if I use fresh garlic in this, she'll eat it no problem. She'll eat it all day long. If I put in the granulated garlic, out of a dispenser, dried and such, she won't eat it. She may take a bite or two and leave it at that. Alright, so I got my garlic, again, diced up relatively fine. That goes in. And then the last thing that I put in, as far as main ingredients like this, is, get all the garlic off my fingers, my lime. Now for the lime, before I started chopping everything, you basically, so your hands are clean, you roll it out on something. You want to smash it up nice before you go ahead and cut it open. That way you get most of the juice out very easily. Let's see here. There we go. And for this, I particularly, I don't care for seeds that much, but I don't want to work that hard. So I'll just go ahead and wring it into my fingers. And if I manage to catch any seeds, then so be it. If not, If you have one of those little lemon presses, this works great for that as well. I just cut it in half, throw it in the press, and give it a squeeze. You get all that delicious juice out. You can use a lemon for this as also. Either way is good. If you have fresh cilantro, which I did not unfortunately have today, I went looking for it at the grocery store, could not find it. They were all out. So no fresh cilantro, but dice up a bunch and toss it in there. It's really good. I'll probably make this video again with some fresh cilantro and additional ingredients to make more of a traditional guacamole. Alright, I got that. And again, because this is a lime, they have a propensity to be a little bit more stubborn than a lemon. There we go. You can use a spoon if you have a spoon or one of those little juicers. Fingers work great. I just washed my hands so they're clean. Actually, they're full of schmutz from the avocado and tomato. Alright. Now that I got my lime in there, give it a rinse. Next, I'm going to add in my salt, my pepper, and one of the things that I really like to add to this is either a paprika, or if you can find a chipotle. Ground chipotle is really good in this as well. Of course, ground chipotle is going to be, that's again a Mexican style pepper. So you don't want to add too much. You don't want it to overpower unless you like really spicy or really something that's very punchy. But in this case, I'm just going to add a little bit of the paprika, which would be the equivalent of maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. Some pepper. And again, I'm not looking for these to overpower everything. And then salt. The salt is probably closer to 1/2 teaspoon, maybe a little bit more. I like salt, I'm a big fan of. And then the last thing you need to do is just mix it all together. If you like something a little bit more sour, you could use, again, 1/2 lemon or maybe another 1/2 lime. Again, the fresh cilantro in this is a really great addition. You can use coriander if you want to, just be careful. Again, coriander is just ground up cilantro seeds. It's slightly different in flavor. It's going to add a little bit of sweetness. You know, some people, I have another sister, I have 3 sisters, that doesn't like any savory and sweet being mixed together. So for her, that coriander may be a bit much in this dish. So now I have a lovely whiff of the garlic and the lime and a little bit of that paprika, and boy does it smell delicious. So here you go. So after a nice sturdy mix up, you can see, and this is a great side if you like. This is also, like in my case tonight, this is dessert. But if you have taco shells, you can make this as well as a pico de gallo on the side. And this is really good for taco night. You can actually put this in the taco with the meat also. But this is great any night. It's really quick, as you can see, really easy to make. And again, I'll be back and I'll have several variations of this. There's variations with radish and cucumber and such. So come back, check it out. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.